I am Sarah Millican and welcome to episode 80 of How to Be Champion Storytime Spectacular. Ta-da! It's a slow one. So you can get a practice. I hope you're all able to do this by the end of the book. We are in the BAFTA article chapter. I will continue. We knew which one was the right one as soon as I swished back the curtain and both my friend and I oohed. At the till, when asked, I told the lady it was for a wedding, as I was too embarrassed to announce that I was off to the BAFTAs. On the day, my fella and I drove to London, parked, and I had my hair and makeup done while he read his book nearby. We got changed into our glad rags in the toilets of the hotel spa that was the pre-show base. I don't have any interest in shoes, so I just popped my comfy black patent and leather Marxies ones on. He helped me with my new necklace, and off we went. The red carpet is very intimidating, though I garnered a few laughs when I replied to the "who are you wearing" question with John Lewis and "where did you get your dress" with the Trafford Centre. I had a few awkward photos taken by the wall of paparazzi. Awkward as I'm not a model, I'm a comedian, have never learned how to pose on a red carpet, I'm a comedian, and I have pretty low self-esteem. My husband wasn't once asked who he was wearing, which he was disappointed by, mainly because he was dying to tell anyone he was wearing an Asda tux. Not one of the cheap ones, as he likes to point out, it was £60. The ceremony itself was a wonder. Everywhere I looked were the best in the business. Writers I'd admired, actors I'd cried to, comedians who'd made me laugh so much I got a headache. Amazing people being applauded for being bloody good at their jobs. I'd heard the phrase knees knocking before, but didn't know it was an actual thing, till I presented the Radio Times Audience Award. It went okay, I don't think I messed up, and I went back to my seat. After the ceremony, we had a lovely meal, apart from one of the courses which had soil in it intentionally, with the Radio Times lot, and then I bullied Stephen Mangan into introducing me to Matt LeBlanc. Night maid, we went back to the car to drive home. In order not to dilly-dally, my husband did the first stint of driving while I got out of my dress at various traffic lights in central London. Driving clothes on, I checked my phone. Lots of friends and family had texted the expected "you were robbed," which I wasn't, but they're my friends and family, so they're supposed to think that. Then I went onto Twitter, and it was like a pin to my excitable red balloon. Literally thousands of messages from people criticising my appearance. I was fat and ugly as per usual. My dress, you know, the one that caused ooze in a department store fitting room, was destroyed by the masses. I looked like a nana. My dress was disgusting. Was it made out of curtains? Why was I wearing black shoes with it? I cried. I cried in the car. And that wasn't it. The next day, I was in the newspapers, pilloried for what I was wearing. I was discussed and pulled apart on Lorraine. I'm sorry. I thought I'd been invited to such an illustrious event because I'm good at my job. Putting clothes on is such a small part of my day. They may as well have been criticising me for brushing my teeth differently to them. Yes, there were lovely messages from my fans between the hate, but the hate was dominant and made me upset at first and then furious. Why does it matter so much what I was wearing? Why did no one ask my husband where he got his suit from? I felt wonderful in that dress, and surely that's all that counts. I made a decision the following day that should I ever be invited to attend the BAFTAs again, I will wear the same dress, to make the point that it doesn't matter what I wear, that's not what I'm being judged on. With the added fun of answering the red carpet question, "Where did you get your dress?" with, "Oh, it's just last year's, pet." And so I was invited back to the BAFTAs, nominated again. Indeed. Sadly, I am working that night, but if you have tickets to see my show in Buxton on the 18th of May, you may well see me making my point anyway. That's the end of the article. I did wear my BAFTA dress for my show at the Buxton Opera House, and bless that audience. When I came out, they knew why I had on a lovely flowery dress and gave me a standing ovation. My first, and will always remain my most precious. It's the closest I've come to crying on stage. I blinked back the tears and performed my show, and some little smasher dropped a present off at the stage door for me. It's a fairy one, the sort you'd give an excitable 6-year-old girl so she could grant wishes at her princess-themed birthday party. Not the weirdest gift I've ever had. That would be an advent calendar where behind every door was a picture of me. Even Jesus just put himself behind the one door. Attached to the fairy's wand was a label with the letters BAFTA, spelling out Buxton Award for a Tremendous Attitude. That wand takes pride of place on my bookshelf. Thank you, whoever you are. And the How to Be Champion tips at the end of that chapter are: don't be mean on social media. I told a journalist friend of mine that if I don't like a film I've seen at the cinema, I don't mention it on social media, as there's too much negativity and vitriol, I know what that means now, on there already. He said, well, you're a better man than me. And I said, of course I am. You're a journalist. That's a bit mean. Some of my best friends are journalists. Don't be mean to people you know, and don't be mean to people you don't. You have no idea what someone is dealing with at the time. Be nice or be quiet. And that is the end of episode 80. I can't believe we're at 80. Sheesh. We've got much book left, only that much book left. I really hope you're enjoying these. I know some of them are a little heavier than others, but I hope I'm just a distraction. That's all I need to be, just so something else to think about for a few minutes. Thanks very much for watching. I'm very grateful that you're all here. And take care of yourselves. And why don't you tell me what your favourite outfit is? I would like to know if you've had an outfit in your life that you've thought, oh, I feel great. I'd like you to tell me about that. That would be lovely. Thank you, in the comments below, and I'll read those with pleasure. You take care of yourselves, and I'll see you tomorrow. Lots of love. Stay in the house if you have to go outside. Wear a mask, and wash your fucking hands like all the time, just continually. Just keep them under the tap. Mine are being washed right now. They're not. I'm lying. Lots of love. Take care. Bye bye.
Hello, it's Sarah Millican here. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all of my latest videos. Don't forget to like, pop a comment below, and why not stick around to watch a few more? I'm sure those emails or those dishes can wait a bit longer.